Hello friends, in the previous lecture we have seen what is transportation problem, balance and unbalanced transportation problem and the transportation algorithm to solve the transportation problem. We know that if the transportation problem is balanced, then we find the initial basic feasible solution by three methods, that is northwest corner method, least cost method and VAM method, that is Vogel's approximation method. Today we are going to see the first method in detail, that is northwest corner method. So this is method to find initial basic feasible solution of the transportation problem, and the name of the method is north-west corner method. In short, it can be known as NWCM. This method starts at northwest, that is upper left corner cell of this transportation table, that is it starts at the cell X11. The first step in this is allocate as much as possible equal to minimum of corresponding supply and demand to the selected cell. Then adjust the associated amount of supply and demand by subtracting the allocated amount. In the step 2, we cross out the row with zero supply or column with zero demand to indicate that no further allocations can be made in that row or column having zero supply or demand. If both row and column net to zero simultaneously, cross out only one, either row or column, and leave a zero allocation in the uncrossed row or column. Step 3 is, if allocation is made in the southeast corner, that is below right corner of the transportation table, stop. Otherwise, move to the cell, write if the column is crossed out. Or move below if row is crossed out. Move diagonally if both row and column are crossed out simultaneously. Continue this procedure, that is, go to step 1. So till we don't get that solution, we go to step 1 till we don't get the initial basic feasible solution. Now we consider example to get this idea clear. So solve the following TP to find the IBFS by northwest corner method. So the example is, find initial basic feasible solution of the following transportation problem by northwest corner method. Consider the transportation problem. Sources and destinations are given. We will say these are the 3 sources and there are 4 destinations, D1, D2, D3, D4. We want to find the initial basic feasible solution of this transportation problem by northwest corner method. To find the solution, that is IBFS by northwest corner method, the first condition is that the transportation problem must be balanced, that is total supply must be equal to total demand. See total supply 7 plus 9 plus 18. If you observe total supply is nothing but 7 plus 9 plus 18, that is nothing but 34. And if you see total demand, it is nothing but 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 14, that is again 34. Therefore, total supply is equal to total demand, implies that the transportation problem is balanced. And if it is balanced, that is if total supply is equal to total demand, this is total supply is also 34 and total demand is also 34, both are equal. So the transportation problem is balanced transportation problem. If the transportation problem is balanced, in northwest corner method, what you have to do? We have to start with northwest corner, that is upper left corner, that is at X11 cell. Start with this cell and allocate the minimum of corresponding supply and demand. Supply is 7, demand is 5. Minimum of this, that is 7 and 5, it is 5. So allocate here 5, because 5 is minimum of corresponding demand and supply. So allocate here 5. By allocating here 5, this 5 gets cancelled and becomes 0, and 5 gets cancelled from here and remains supply 2. So we adjust the associated supply and demand by subtracting this allocated amount 5 from 7 and this. 5 minus 5, the demand remains 0, and 7 minus 5, the supply remains 2. Once the row or column had 0 supply or demand, we cross out that. Because this column has demand 0, we cross out this column. So cross out the column to show that there will be no allocation in this column now. Now remains this column. If we cross out column, we always move to the right cell, and therefore we move to this cell. Right, when we cross out the column, we move to the right cell, and therefore this is the next cell. In this cell, we allocate the minimum of supply and demand. Corresponding supply is 2, corresponding demand is 8, minimum of 2 and 8, that is 2. So allocate here 2. By allocating here 2, we adjust these amounts. So 2 minus 2, supply remains 0, and 8 minus 2, demand remains 6. Because this becomes 0, we cross out this row to show that there will be no allocations in this row. So cross out the row. If we cross out the row, move below. So move below to that. So we come here. Move below the row. So we have to come here. Again corresponding supply and demand 6 and 9. Minimum is 6. So allocate 6 here. Because 6 is allocated, adjust the supply and demand by subtracting this. So 6 minus 6 remains 0. 9 minus 6 remains 3. Because this becomes 0, we cross out the column which has 0 demand. So cross out that. If you cross out the column, move to the right. So we move to the right cell, that is 3. Again corresponding supply is 3, corresponding demand is 7, minimum of 3 and 7, that is 3. So allocate 3. This becomes 0 and subtracting 3 remains 4. Because this becomes 0, we cross out this row. If you cross out the row, move to the next row, and next row is this. So 1, allocate minimum of 4 and 18, that is allocate 4, remains 0, and allocating 4 remains 14. And now there is only one cell remaining which has both supply and demand equal. So allocate here 14 to get both equal to 0. Now observe that every supply becomes 0, every demand becomes 0, and if you do the addition of these allocations, that should be satisfied. Allocation is 5, demand is 5. 2 plus 6, 8. 4 plus 3, 7 and 14. If you go row wise, 5 plus 2 supply 7, 6 plus 3 supply 9 and 4 plus 14 supplies 18. Means that our allocations are correct. So this is the solution by northwest corner method. So write down the final solution. So what is initial basic feasible solution by northwest? X11, the first cell has allocation 5. X11 is equal to 5. Second cell, that is X12 is equal to 2. X22 is equal to 6. X23 is equal to 3. X33 is equal to 4 and X34 is equal to 14. So this is the initial basic feasible solution. X11 5, X12 2, X22 6, X23 is equal to 3, X33 is equal to 4 and X34 is equal to. See, it starts with northwest and ends with southeast cell, and therefore what is the transportation cost? The transportation cost is nothing but 2 into 5 plus 0 into 2, that is 0, plus 1 into 6 plus 3 into 3 plus 1 into 4 plus 5 into 14. This is nothing but 10 plus 0 plus 6 plus 9 plus 4 plus 70. 70, 80, 99. That is the total transportation cost is 99. So this is transportation cost by northwest corner method, 99. So this is initial basic feasible solution and this is the transportation cost by NWCM method. So observe that this method starts at this cell and that is northwest cell and ends at southeast cell. Now consider one more example. So consider the example 2. We are finding initial basic feasible solution by northwest corner method. Consider the destinations D1, D2, D3, D4 and sources S1, S2, S3, corresponding supply and demand. Consider the problem. You want to find the initial basic feasible solution of this transportation problem by northwest corner method. To find the solution, that is initial basic feasible solution, the first condition is that problem should be balanced transportation problem. So check if total supply is equal to total demand. If you see total supply, it comes to be 6 plus 1 plus 10, that is 17, and if you observe total demand, this is equal to 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2, that is again 17. And therefore total supply is equal to total demand, implies that this transportation problem is balanced transportation problem. And if it is balanced transportation problem, we can start with our method. What is northwest corner method? Always start at the northwest corner, that is upper left corner, and allocate as much as possible to this cell which is minimum of corresponding supply and demand. Supply is 6, demand is 7, minimum of 6 and 7, that is 6. So allocate 6 here. Once you allocate, adjust the amount of supply and demand by subtracting this allocated amount. So 6 minus 6 remains 0. Supply remains 0. And 7 minus 6, demand remains 1. Now see, the row becomes 0 supply and therefore cross out the row having 0 supply. Once we cross out the row, we have to move below cell and therefore we have to move to the cell 3. To the cell, we allocate as much as possible, which is minimum of these values. Both supply and demand are 1 and therefore we have to allocate 1 here. Observe that if you allocate 1 here, this also becomes 0 and this also becomes 0. That is, at same time row is also cross out and column will be also cross out because both become 0. At such cases, cross out only one, either row or column. Suppose I will cross out row. If you cross out row, then this column remains uncrossed. In that uncrossed column, we allocate 0 to the any cell, allocate 0 value. So, whenever row and column gets crossed simultaneously, you have to cross out only one, either row or column. If I cross out row, I have to leave 0 as a allocation in the uncrossed column. Or if I cross this column, I have to leave 0 in this uncrossed row. Now I have leave 0 here. Now observe that because we have crossed out both rows and columns, and therefore what you have to do, you have to move diagonally because both row and column both are crossed out at the once and therefore we have to move diagonally. So from this we have to move diagonally, that is come here. To this 5, we have to allocate the minimum of 5 and 10 and minimum of 5 and 10 is 5. So allocate 5 here, remains 0, remains 5. Now this column will be crossed out because it has 0 demand. Now again, because column is crossed, move to the next cell. To this cell, minimum of 3 and 5, that is 3. So allocate 3, becomes 0, gets 3 cancelled, so remains 2. This column is again crossed out because it has 0 demand. And lastly, remains only one cell. Both supply and demand should be equal. Both are 2. So allocate 2 and now both becomes 0. Observe that every supply and every demand becomes 0. We start with northwest corner and we reach to the southeast corner of the transportation problem, satisfying all supply and demand condition. So this is the final solution of the transportation problem. This problem, you can see that if the row is crossed, we move to the next row. If the column is crossed, we move to the next column, that is to the right. And if both are crossed simultaneously, both supply and demand get 0 simultaneously. In such cases, we have to move diagonally and we get here the allocation as 5. So what is your initial basic feasible solution in this case? It is nothing but x11 is equal to 6. In the first, we are allocating 6. Then x21 is equal to 1. x31 is equal to 0 x32 is equal to 5, x33 is equal to 3 and x34 is equal to 2. So this is initial basic feasible solution. And what is the transportation cost? The transportation cost is 1 into 6 plus 3 into 1 plus 1 into 0 plus 5 into 5 plus 3 into 3 plus 2 into 2. That is the transportation cost. It is 6 plus 3 plus 0 plus 25, 9 and 4. That is 25 plus 22, 47. So the transportation cost comes to be 47. This is initial basic feasible solution and this is the transportation cost by northwest corner method. Hope you understood this. Enough for the day. In the next lecture, we will see the second method to find IBFS, that is least cost method. Thank you.